really fun makeup class for you. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to the makeup studio. Sorry about that little StreamYard issue. Tonight we're going to do a beautiful fall purple makeover. And the reason why I picked this color tonight is because a lot of times women especially are afraid of color. So I don't want you to be afraid of color. I want you to experiment, have fun with it, and try new things. So tonight we're going to work with purple, which Erin was just telling me.
My favorite color.
Yes, yeah. So it'll be a really, hopefully Erin will like it. We never know, right? Makeup artists, we try our best. We want our clients to be happy.
I'm not picky.
Oh, okay.
You know me.
That's true. You always like what I do.
Yes, I do.
Which is nice. Thank goodness, right?
Mm.
So I'm just filling in Erin's brow with the light brown automatic pencil. And I'm using really, really short strokes. If you watch my other videos, I do go through how to shape the brow. Basically, what you're doing is you're using the nose as a guide and also the iris and pupil. So straight across the pupil leads you to the arch. Across to the edge of the eye is where the end of your brow should be. One of the reasons why I love this pencil is because it's super skinny. It is really, really narrow. So if you want more control and precision with your eyebrow, just turn a little, perfect. This is a really great product and tool for you. And I do sell this on MakeupClasses.com. If you hit shop, guys, if you're in the market to buy some new makeup, if you have any questions about the products, while I'm live on air, please ask away. If you go onto the website as well and you are interested in purchasing product, but you want to learn more, you could ask your questions tonight and live on camera, and I will answer them. So I'm just filling in a little bit. Light hand. Remember, makeup artists, the lighter the hand, the higher the skill. Anybody could slather makeup on and put a ton on, but to have a light touch and some precision, that is a really high skill. All right, so once you have your brows done, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to use my brow brush. I love this brush because it's stiff bristle. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Joan. Welcome to the class tonight. I love this brush, guys, because it's stiff and it really, can you feel that bristle, Erin, how it kind of moves the product around?
Yes.
Yeah, so I can shift the product up. I could move it over. It's a really great brush because it also, because of the stiffness and the density of the hair, it will actually move the brow hair in the direction that I'm pushing it with this brush. So you kind of get two bangs for your buck. You get to move and smooth out the product as well as brush through your client's hair and reshape. So if you work in an environment where you need speed, like you're working on TV, live television, photography, you're doing bridal work, you know, you have people scheduled salon work, you really need to look for tools and techniques that work in multiple ways. Jackie has a question.
Yeah. Can you show a close-up of that brush?
Sure, I would love to. We sell this. This is the brow brush. And this is, what do we call this? This is, okay, they call it stiff brow. It's the C215. And that's a Crown brand, which I love. They're friends of mine. Shout out to Mike and Dan over at Crown Brush. Love, love, love those guys. In fact, I did all of their educational videos. If you're in cosmetology school and your school sells their products or gives their kits as their cosmetology. You're so welcome, Jackie. Love you, girl. Beautiful work. Your Instagram is gorgeous. If you go to Crown and you could see some of the videos that I've made, and also if you go to any cosmetology school that, like I said, that offers their kit, you will watch me on video. 18 videos worth. Yeah. It's like 20 plus hours of me talking and teaching. Yay, you. Yay, you. Lucky you.
What you like to do.
Yeah, you get to listen to Fran Drescher, the makeup artist, for 20 something hours. Yeah. I know the sound of my voice, guys. I'm well aware. I sound like Fran Drescher from The Nanny. Yes. Okay. So we're going to dip into some red base concealer. As we know, red based conceals or neutralizes darkness in an area. Why? Because it mimics blood flow, and we need to bring back the blood flow in the orbital cavity area. That's why we get dark circles. We want to just tilt a little towards me. Yeah, there we go. We want to neutralize the skin, not necessarily cover. Remember, there's a big difference between neutralizing skin and covering skin. In my 20 and my 40-hour classes, I go deep into that and I teach you what the difference is, where you would neutralize, and in some places, where would you cover. All right, so let's go right in. Somebody just asked another question.
Where are you located?
Where are you located? Thank you, Cecilia. Shout out to you. So we are located in Nutley, New Jersey, but we are a national brand. So I teach all over the United States. So if you're interested in learning professional makeup artistry, I could come to a city near you. Neutralizing with concealer is okay. Absolutely. That's what I just did. I neutralized with a red based. This is River Organics concealer. It's in, they number it, but I judge the color. So this is an 02. But it's red base, it's pink. It has a red pigment in it. So red will conceal and neutralize darkness. Have you ever seen someone with concealer under their eye and it's just like a big yellow strip or a big beige strip? That's because they're covering skin. They're not neutralizing the color. They're just covering, right? So they put the concealer on and they look in the mirror and they say, oh, I could still see my dark circles.
Mm-hmm.
That must mean one thing. I need more. I need to add more product, right? Just lift up back. You want to position your model's back so when you work with eyeshadow, you kind of minimize the fallout. So I'm going to do just a pretty, who knows where it goes. I pick the colors and I just, let the art take me to wherever it needs to go. This is the color Unicorn. You could hold this for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very iridescent eyeshadow. It's a purple, but when it hits when it hits the incandescent lighting, the blue and the silver qualities in this product will light up. So remember, your light reflective products will really amplify under incandescent lighting. And I do teach lighting in my 20 and my 40-hour classes. Now, if you're out of state, but not too far where you can commute, I do teach classes on the weekend, and I have to say my free classes are worth the drive. I've never had anyone come to my custom blend or my lash class or my brush class and say that was a waste of time. They're usually like, whoa, this was like, I learned so much. So, and I say that with all humility. My goal is to help makeup artists have wonderful careers, increase their profitability. I'm the worst with pronouncing words. I really want you to make money in this industry. And if you're here because you're learning for yourself, my goal is for you to learn and have fun tonight. All right, so that was the unicorn. Just going to work with 2 shadow colors tonight. I'm working with an all-purpose brush. You could show this to everybody. This is Rockstar. This is one of our new shadow colors that thank you for the love, whoever that was. This is a new product. It's a new color, Rockstar, and it is a purple that has been muted. So when you mute a color in makeup artistry or in the art world and color theory, you are adding gray. So this product does have some gray in it. It's been muted. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to do a little lift because Erin has a downturned eye. Her eye combination is wide set, bulging downturn. So I'm designing this for her anatomy. So that's a little sneaky trick when you understand anatomy and all of the face shapes, 50 face shapes, 32 eye combination, 36 lip. You now know 57,600 ways to do anatomical makeup, right? So that is the goal, to know what the other makeup artists don't know. So I know that this particular way of applying her shadow, her light, and her dark will naturally be flattering for her eye anatomy because it's based on geometry. I am coming out with a book, guys. I just finished. It took 2 years. Oh, yes, two long years, 2 illustrators. It's pretty awesome where you will learn all of this anatomy. I break it down. And right, Erin, it's without revealing because we really can't. What do you think? Like, for the consumer, what can you say about it?
So much to learn. There is so much to learn.
It's bonkers because it's based on science. So I'm a bit of a nerd, and it's a nerd book. It's highly technical. Somebody said congrats. Yeah, thank you. We're not there yet, girl, but hold that. You will be at the party. You will be at the celebration. We will be clinking glasses. Because Jackie, I know you've been a fan of mine. I've been a fan of yours for quite a while now. Cecilia has another question. Do you need models? Always, girl. Where are you? You need to come by and be a model. Yes. Corrales is here. Yes. Well, you were one of my students. You get a copy automatically, so you can still study and learn. I love Corrales. She is such a talented artist, amazing mother and wife. I could cry. She's so awesome. And she comes here and freelances. Just super duper talented person. All right, so let's work on some eyeliner technique, and I'm going to challenge myself. We're going to use a gel liner, and this is in the color Tanzanite, and it's a purple. In this lighting, guys, it looks so dark, but it's really, right?
Yeah,
it's
pretty, purple.
It's pretty
a dark
bright.
Purple, yeah, but
and it has that iridescent quality to it. So it's a lot lighter than what you're seeing on camera. And that's, one thing to keep in mind, makeup artists, when you're working in television and photography, you have to understand how color translate under different types of light, which Corrales, you know all about that, girl. So I'm going to use a very skinny liner brush. Typically not a favorite of makeup artists. Why? Because it's hard to use. It's such a hassle and a pain. We love that angle liner brush, right? That's what I use. But, I want to teach you guys different ways to use brushes. And this is a very skinny liner brush. Another reason why makeup artists typically in my career aren't real fans of this brush is because it just breaks down really quickly. You could close. I'm going to lift you back. And what do I mean by breaking down quickly? It just gets out of shape. It just gets out of shape. Oh, beautiful. This really went on super silky. So it takes a very steady hand when working with a super thin liner. But if you like a super thin line, and that's what your client is going for, This is the brush. Yeah, that looks great. Could you lean in, Erin, so they could maybe see that? You could close your eyes though. Yeah, and in this camera too. Yeah, so it's really skinny. You want to feel this brush basically brushing against, or I usually say scraping against. That doesn't sound so great. Against the lashes. So she's going to tilt a little so I have a better angle. Again, makeup artist, you want balance and symmetry. So where you first touch is where the most product is deposited. So I start it in the same area on that eye. So I started at the ends here. Now Erin's eyelid kind of vibrates. Sorry, Erin.
I know, sorry.
And now it's making, I think because I just said that, you know, some clients will, you know, maybe how many of you have worked with blinkers? Even when their eyes are closed, they're blinkers, right? Have you ever experienced that? It's like, wait, but their eyes are closed. Why are they blinking? It's just kind of like, I don't know, maybe nerves, just so, you know, just a reaction of someone touching. Corrales says me. Yes. Hey, you know, you're honest, right? We know ourselves. I just see a little dot. I'm pretty much a perfectionist. You could lean in and show everybody. So that's how you work with a super skinny liner. Another thing I could say about skinny brushes, small brushes, precision-based brushes. Oops, we're not going to be able to answer that phone call. The one thing I could say about it is you need to be aware of your hands, and you want a steady hand. So if you are affected by caffeine or sugar, and you know that you have a job, guys, that requires a lot of precision, you can't make it up, right? Of course. Someone calls us.
Right when we're on live.
Yes. Yeah. You want to be mindful of what you're putting in your body. They hung up. All right. We'll call them back later. This way your hand's not shaking. Okay. So what am I doing? I'm cleaning up all the fallout, the shadow, any brow liner I want to perfect. I want to really sharpen up that eyeliner and clean that all up. Okay, so eye makeup's done. And you can see that there's some fallout on the wipe. Sometimes when you look at the person, you don't think like, oh, I don't see it, but then you wipe and you're like, oh boy, some of this, yeah, it does. It makes a huge difference. And you want to have a clean makeup, right? You don't want to put concealer, foundation over. We're dinging, we're ringing. It's crazy. Oh, that's Erica, one of our makeup artists. She's texting me. Can't make it up. You want a clean surface. So I never want to put concealer and foundation over fallout. And I've seen makeup artists do that. I've seen it on YouTube and TikTok. And they just like, oh, there's a mess. Let me clean it with makeup. Oh my God, it looks terrible. It's so crazy. So this is the red base concealer, just covering dark circles. Perfect. All right, let's use a little bit of some great skincare.
Jackie said, did you apply any skincare yet?
Oh, well, there we go. We're going to use the rose petal face cream. Show it. Erin does like this product a lot.
I love it.
Yeah.
I always apply it.
Yeah, she loves it. So I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm going to cheat and use the foundation brush that I'm going to use with her foundation. And I'm just going to tap it a little bit tonight. So I'm doing different things than what I did the other night. I think the other night I didn't do skincare. I probably skipped it. And this just smells so good. You could just turn a little towards me. Thank you.
Mhm.
So this product is made by a young woman out in San Francisco. So I love to support women-based businesses when they have their own product lines. And I also buy a lot of American made as well. All right. So now that her skincare is on, oh, let's use a little primer. Why not? I'm going to use that hydrating primer. I'm just going to pump a little onto my palette. So, oh, thank you, Vanna. My Vanna
Vanna
White
White.
over here. Yes. So I'm going to use the same brush. I like speed. I'm someone that just can't work slow. I've got to work fast. It's just in my blood because my background was I started in TV working for talk shows, even though they were recorded talk shows back in the late 90s. I still worked fast because I did so many people, so many guests, and I had to move pretty quickly. I worked for the Sally Jesse Raphael show in 98 through 2002. And then I freelanced for I also freelanced while I worked for her on other shows. But then in 2002, when that show ended, then I started working for Maury Povich, and I worked for him until '04. And that's when my teaching business really, really took off. So I started training makeup artists all over the United States from '04 to '07, and I loved it. It was my passion. I loved it, but in my personal life, I had to end that business, unfortunately, because of a horrific divorce. But you know what, guys? When one bad thing happens, other doors open for you. And I was really blessed to meet someone amazing. A lot of you know him, my husband, Jim. And went back to work in '07. I started working for MSNBC and Fox News. Did you apply? Okay, that was the question. And worked there till 2020 and decided to, you know what, I want to open my business again and start teaching because this is what I love. And that's what I'm doing. All right, so let's use a pressed powder in the color Cream Puff. So did a little foundation. Now let's scrape off, right, Erin? Everything's going on a paper towel, palette.
Nice and sanitary.
Yes. In fact, if you want to show everybody my mess, what I do here, if you want to hold it up. No, all this stuff. So I use spatulas. There's the rose cream. There's there's the palette with cream and concealer and foundation. And then we're not going to lift this because it'll just get all over. Then I have my paper towel. If you've ever had a makeover here, you know that we scrape, scoop, and pour everything. So I'm going to dip into, this is a pressed powder. So a consumer would use a sponge, a puff. Typically, pressed powder is not applied with the brush because of the way it breaks up and is actually, it doesn't pick up that well with a brush because it is it's not as fine as loose powder. So it's actually the granules, if you ever chip off and Corrales knows this because she chips off her products, it's a more solid product. Pressed powder is more pigmented. It's more solid. So it really, the best way to do this is with a puff or a sponge. But I'm just going to use a brush tonight just to show you. And this sets really, really well. In fact, Erica, who just texted me, she came in earlier. She had on one of our pressed powders, and she's like, Dawn, I have the pressed powder. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize you even had makeup on. Her skin, right?
Yeah,
her skin looked amazing. And that's what she was using. So I'm dipping into a very scary color tonight, very intimidating. Some of you may be thinking, oh my gosh, that's so dark. What a deep purple. But again, I'm blending on that paper towel. Jackie says, why a pressed powder instead of loose? I'm just demoing tonight. It's just an educational video tonight. Tuesday, I used a loose powder. So I'm just teaching different techniques.
Is there a difference between the press and the loose powder when it's cream versus liquid foundation?
Yes, it's the way it's adhered. So pressed powder is manufactured to adhere to water-based liquid because it's more pigmented, and water-based is typically thinner. And then your loose, your translucent loose, that's loose with color, is manufactured for oil-based or moisturizing products. And then your transparent is for cream-based, because cream is so highly pigmented. How much time do we have? 5 minutes. So the transparent is for the cream base. All right, so Erin's going to smile. We're going to do a little cheeky look. So that's Scary Purple just turned into a nice blurred blush. You could just turn for everybody. Yeah. And it's, again, it's technique. Remember, the product, the tool, the technique equals one thing. Result. Sometimes we love the result. Sometimes we're like, oh, no, girl, wash that off. Wash your face. That result is not what we wanted. So she's going to smile again, and I'm just going to do a cheeky blurred look. And again, this is a monochromatic design, guys. A lot of artists and a lot of beauty enthusiasts are afraid of monochromatic. They're like, wait, too much purple eye, purple cheek, purple lip. But again, if you use the right technique, it's going to look very flattering and very pretty. Okay, so welcome to Instagram. Now, I'm going to not use the purple. This is our color Bashful, which is a nude. And I'm going to use this color to line Erin's lips. She's going to smile tight. We only have like about 2 minutes, so I just want to show you this really, really quickly. So there's the nude. Let's do a little bit of, this is called After Party Lip Gloss. It's a solid purple. It is not,
shimmery?
Not shimmery at all. You could hold this and show everybody. Tight, smile, yep, and show. Smile and show.
Oh, look.
And you could help me. Yeah. You could always ask your models to help you. I made a little faux pas here. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. So there's no shame in asking your models to, ooh, too much on this. So I'm going to roll it out. Yeah. Sometimes if there's it just deposits too much. I really want an even consistency. Don't be afraid of using a paper towel, tissues. I wouldn't use sponges to wipe stuff off, but you could. I just think that's a little wasteful. Okay, voila, we're done. Let's add some mascara. Oh, 27. All right, so we have about 2 minutes left. So this is our new mascara in the color chocolate. I'm wearing a brown mascara tonight. I don't know what it is about brown mascara lately, but I'm in love. Client today, she picked one of these up as well. These are $22. They actually have a little bit of fiber in them. So if you're looking for a thickening mascara, this is a good one. And it's made in the US. It's made in the US. So I just bent that a little bit, give it a little angle. Erin's going to look up at the ceiling. Always start with your bottom lashes first, guys. So when your client looks up at the ceiling, you don't disturb the integrity of the shadow. And you're going to look straight for me, and we're going to just kind of wiggle and deposit. So bottom lashes first, then the top. Now watch this, guys. I don't go over. I go from here, and I flip the wrist. Why do I do that? Because I don't want that that mascara stick, that wand, getting on the bridge of the nose. I don't want to get color on the nose. And I've seen that happen with makeup artists. They're in a rush and they cross over like this and they get it and then they have to clean it up and it's just such a mess. Again, I come from a background where speed is necessary. It's beyond a skill in my career. It's something that if you don't do and you don't have a job. You're just too darn slow and they don't, just can't work with you. If you work with photographers, they typically will ask, like when you're interviewing for the job, how long does it take you to do someone's makeup? That's and I'm like, well, I could do one in 12 minutes. They're like, what? And I'm like, that's with lashes.
Wow.
But when I teach, I like to take my time and demo. And you guys could see, Erin, you could stand up
Yeah.
and go close. You could see how cohesive this
We'll
look
do
is.
Instagram first.
Yes. So the eyes, she's got the beautiful shadow. We did some of that purple liner. I didn't do any liner on the bottom. You could. The purple cheek and the fabulous purple lip. And again, all of these products are on our website at MakeupClasses.com. Guys, that's the half hour. Thank you so much for that comment. Jackie, beautiful. You're beautiful. Keep going. I encourage you. Keep building that business, everybody. And I will see you next week. Now, Tuesday, I may not be doing a live because I am probably going to be up at Rochester, New York, in a meeting and cosmetic business meeting. So we may do a recorded video and post it. So
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yes, yes. I love you all. Thank you so much. And I hope you come to the studio and visit and take a class. All right, guys.
Yay.
Have a great night. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.